Careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. They go to the former Saint, Mark Ingram. And down inside the 15 he goes. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Opening minute, and already a trip to the red zone. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. Here's Jackson. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
At the 4-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Jackson. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And the Ravens lead at 7-0.
Makes the score. Ravens 7, Steelers nothing. Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble, now great field position. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They begin with a run by Smith. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 22, Roethlisberger. And he connects with Vance McDonald. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Here we go. Blue 30. 48 right now. Let's go.
After the penalty, it's Smith. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. To the right side and complete to Washington. 15 yards on the play, first down. Think about some of the memorable performances that Ben Roethlisberger's had over the years, and one of them came against the Ravens. He threw 6 touchdowns back in 2014 in a win against Baltimore. And actually, now that I think about it, that was on the heels of a 6-touchdown performance in a win over India. And he's in! Touchdown, Steelers! A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. It's a short kick taken near the 18. And a nifty return there as he's all the way up past the 40-yard line.
In a tie game, both sides are looking for something to give them an advantage. It often falls back on special teams, and that return, that could be the spark to untie the game.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Mike, 55, check.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson, eluding the pressure right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 33.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. To throw again is Jackson. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. This will be caught at about the 6. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Again, Jackson buying time to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. And Jackson throwing once more. Got a man, it's caught. for a Ravens touchdown. Miles Boykin with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Tucker now to add the point after. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter.
Ravens 14, Steelers 7. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one carries out of the side of the end zone here, so it's a touchback and bring it out to the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
He's going to launch it. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, Jackson being chased out left. He's going deep for Brown. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And he'll get credit for a punt inside the 20, not by much, but inside the 20 at the 19-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Go!
On 2nd and 7, Roethlisberger. And McDonald here over the middle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Ready? Black 80!
A first down carry for Smith. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense.
Blue 30. 48 right now. Let's go. Hey. Hey, support it now.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Roethlisberger. That went into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 yards there, first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Brings up second and 8 at the 34-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8.
Jack 16. Here we go. Flag.
Roethlisberger. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. James Washington was the intended target, but now it'll be third down.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick, but able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is third down. Play action. It's Roethlisberger. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
All right, work with me, partner. This is a classic understatement. Their execution has been very poor. Last 3 drives, 2 interceptions and a fumble. Winning football, we're not seeing it right now.
They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Baltimore was the most run-heavy team in the league last year after Lamar Jackson took over as a starter. And you think about Mark Ingram. He goes from a situation where he was sharing time with Kamara in New Orleans. Now he figures to be the top guy in the Baltimore backfield. Although I guess you could say he's kind of... And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They'll get 34 yards there. From the gun, it's Jackson. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Andrews. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Man open left side is Brown. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 20-yard line. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Miles Boykin with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as the Ravens push further out in front. He's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. there could be plenty more before this game is over.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But
I was going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself.
And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Patrick Onwuasor. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
At the 40-yard line.
Come on, set. And ring. 50. 50's the mic. 50's the mic. Don't get nervous.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are. Figure out the things that they really want to accomplish and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Dancing to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. T.J. Watt. Excellent job on that play. A big loss. 18 yards.
3rd down. 3rd and long.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. There's Jackson on 3rd and long. He's going deep for Brown. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
The 19-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
I don't think you got it, son. Hey, exit. 48's the mic. Check. 48's the mic. Lock it.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Over the middle, complete. It's McDonald. The 30, the 20, 10, and all of a sudden they're knocking on the door inside Baltimore's 10. A big play there just before halftime. 72 yards. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Now it's Roethlisberger. That's complete right around the 8. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
48 mic. 48 mic. That's right.
Now Roethlisberger. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
16, 44, recon, 132 fighter. Hey, echo. Hey, alert 48.
On 3rd and goal, Roethlisberger to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Roethlisberger's pass intended for James Washington.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Boswell's kick is good. You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. This is fielded a couple yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
It's been a long day for you.
Jackson. Flushed out right. To the right side and complete to Hurst. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. Now he's forced out left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. To throw is Jackson. Throwing again. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 39.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
On 1st down, it's Ingram. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Sean Davis that time on the tackle.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Watch 98. Watch 98. 98 for Mike. Here I come.
2nd and 5 now. Jackson. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Brown. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 16.
A gain of 18 on
Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
brings up 2nd and 3 at the 9-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Jackson flush to his right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2.
Check curls, check curls, check curls.
They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
Come on now, come on, let's go. Let's go,
I'm sure as a coach, when you throw the flag, you hold your breath, then you get the verification you were right, a sigh of relief.
Not only a sigh of relief, a little vindication as well, because every time you pull that red flag and throw it, you could be costing your team a timeout.
They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Sliding out of the pocket. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Hayden Hurst, former first-round pick, the intended target. But now it's 3rd and goal. Pretty lucky to get the football back. Had his target out there waving the arms, saying I'm open, but maybe didn't see him quick enough.
And I know the jokes are always about defensive backs' hands. What real?
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Marquise Brown, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as the Ravens push further out in front.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They'll run with Smith. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuck that one down the line of scrimmage.
Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 30. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Here's a first down throw that's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Steelers first down. First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Check 41. Let's go, dude. Tighten up.
They'll run on first down. It's Smith, and he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They gotta have 6 here. It's third and goal. They'll run with Samuels, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. And now Big Ben will lead the Steelers up to go for 2. Connor going to try and run it. And he's going to get in for the 2 points. And that'll make this a 10-point game. So they kept it on the ground, got it into the end zone. But, Charles, sometimes you probably see teams treat a 2-point conversion differently than if it was first and goal from the 2, or I should say third and goal from the 2.
I agree with you totally on that. A lot of teams treat it as if they have farther to go and shy away from running the football. I think this is a great spot to do it because most teams play you for the pass. Go ahead and run and let your linemen surge and fire out.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Marquise Brown, the rookie, his intended target, but it'll be second down. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Jackson to throw again, escaping the pressure right. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here. I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead. You've got to protect it. And he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Seth Roberts, 77 yards as the Ravens push further out in front. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they end up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing, because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They go play action with Roethlisberger. Going top shot. But his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
After the interception, here's Jackson. This will be caught inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Miles Boykin. 37 yards as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive or no? The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. 20, 10, 5, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Conner with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. That'll be taken in the end zone. Spinning past him. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. That's pulled in by the rookie from Notre Dame, Miles Boykin. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. Quite the turnaround from a week ago where he threw 4 interceptions. He hasn't had an interception this game, and he told us during the week, my goal, goose egg. He's achieving that so far.
And what we're seeing is a guy that you can win with, all right? Because anyone who can make that type of an adjustment to shake off a really horrendous week the week before and come back and play mistake-free football to this point, yeah, that's a guy I want to play with, that's for sure.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Jackson now, going to throw again. Eluding the pressure right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw again is Jackson. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. The 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal. They'll run here with Ingram. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and goal at the 10-yard line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. A defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Seth Roberts with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year, as the Ravens push further out in front.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Roethlisberger nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And the pressure gets to him again. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Here we go.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
No spacing. Hey, 4-1's Mike. 4-1's Mike.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
They're going on fourth down. It's Roethlisberger. He's going to let it fly. They've got his man complete. 30. Past the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Juju Smith-Schuster, 89 yards. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. Boswell for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to 18. Meanwhile, in Nashville, they're on to the fourth quarter now. The Bills there just continuing to pour it on. A win, if they can get it, would be their first on the year. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go, baby. The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. He was trying to get it to Seth Roberts. That'll bring up second down.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. The Ravens on third down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This is 3rd and 10.
I'm scared.
From the gun, Jackson. He's going to let this one go deep. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So instead of 4th down, 1st down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on, because 3rd down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Let's go, Mike 50. Mike 50. Man out, man out, man out, man out.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. And an alley to run. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Baltimore, they moved back over 500 at 3.